My name is Rich Belzer. I'll be hosting and coordinating this morning's activities. We have about 45 to 50 minutes of fun-filled, prize-filled, information-filled session here for you. So I'm glad you all can make it out. Breakfast, I see, is gone almost. So glad to see everybody's having their share of that. I want to start first thing by acknowledging, I haven't done this in a while, so there's a little bit of nervousness here, so feel free to me. I want to acknowledge the people share big. Are you here? There you go. First round of applause. They are our gracious sponsor for this morning, so because of them, everything that we have here has been able to come together as nicely as it has. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. We have an array of speakers this morning. Very colorful, very interesting, entertaining. Most of you will recognize some of these folks coming up this morning. But to start the morning off, I would like to introduce Danny McGraw, who's from NAMIC National, and he's the VP of Fund Development. Danny,
I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your benefits as a NAMIC member and what you get from the national office besides what happens here in your local market here in Philly and the educational events. But I would say the most important thing that you have access to as a national member is the L. Patrick Mellon Mentorship Program. How many of you apply online for the program? It's a rolling application process, but we've got 2 cycles coming up first. If you want to be considered for the June cycle, your application's due by May 1st. If you want to be considered for the September cycle, the application is due August 1st. And what's unique about the program is that it's a paired mentorship program, which is a 9-month period of time. And you can actually, if there's someone in the industry that you'd like to be your mentor, you can request that on the application process, and we'll do our best to match you with somebody or your preferred mentor. The other thing that you have access to, and I know that in every company it works differently, and it's by application, and it's with company support. There's the NAMIC Leadership Seminar, which is our leadership development program for mid-level managers. And there's our executive leadership development program. And I know there's a number of people in the room that are ELDP alumni. And that again is also, it's by application with company support. And so there's also all the social networking that NAMIC does. It's on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on Twitter. And it's our way of letting our members know what we're doing through the social networking milieu. There's also a benefit of membership that's now open to everybody, and this is something that we changed in the last year. We've been in the webinar business probably for about 5 or 6 years, and we started out thinking that it was going to be a revenue generator. It wasn't, and so what we decided to do is continue to do them, but offer them to members as a benefit of membership. They're free, and there's an opportunity for you to take advantage of them where you don't have to leave your desk. You can literally sit at your desk. We also have on the website, we've got a research portal that is now password protected. It's only for members, and for those of you that may be in lines of businesses within the company where you need certain kinds of demographic data or data about multi-ethnic population and viewing and how they purchase or don't purchase. There's a lot of stuff on the website about that. You also as members are getting, or should be getting, unless we're blocked in your spam filter, there's 3 publications we get that you get from us. There's In Touch, which is exclusively comes out to members, and I know the first issue of this year is in the final editing stages and should be in your inbox hopefully in the next 2 weeks. There's Diversity Scoop that comes out every other week. It really's got a lot of information about diversity, whether it's from a human resources and workforce perspective, if it's from a programming perspective, or just a lot of unique kind of stuff that you normally might not see about diversity in its broadest sense. And then on a quarterly basis, we do something called, it's published by our multicultural marketing committee, and it's called Cultural Lens, and it's all about multicultural marketing. Those are all members-only benefits. Diversity Scoop goes to a broader audience, but Cultural Lens and In Touch only go to our members. And then for those of you that may be in a recruiting role, NAMIC has a job bank that if Comcast has positions that you're trying to recruit for. The job bank's also open to members who might be looking for jobs, but I know you're all satisfied employees of Comcast, so you're not looking for jobs. And if I had pushed that, Andrea would probably smack me at the end of the meeting, but the job bank's available for recruiting. And I recruit, not if you're looking for a job. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that we do throughout the year. I know that at times you may feel like your inbox is inundated with information from NAMIC, but that's probably the quickest and fastest way we can communicate with our members to promote our events and activities. We really try to manage that. It used to be that sometimes you might have been getting 6 emails in a day from the NAMIC National Office and chapters, and we really try to cut down on how we do that so that you're maybe only in any given day maybe getting something and not multiple communications.
So Danny, I did not know you was going to come in here and give confessions of a name-a-holic. We should talk. As Danny stated, NAMIC was established in 1980. It was a great year. It was the year of my firstborn. And she's wonderful. Little did I know, 17 years later, I would have my second-born. Not such a good year. Okay, when she came, it was good. So NAMIC has 18 chapters throughout the nation, and its members are over 2,000. And I am pleased to say that Comcast has over 400 members in NAMIC. So again, nothing to shake a stick at. So again, give yourselves a round of applause. I know we're pressed for time, so I'm going to keep this running. I just want to go over a few 2010 highlights. In 2010, we executed high-impact events that really focused on professional development. And when we talk about that, that is what's in it for you. So whoever brought their manager, I hope that you can take away that it is a great benefit to be a member of NAMIC here in Philadelphia, but also NAMIC National as well. We also improved our communication, so I know we have some communication leads in here. Joe, I know you're here. Can you raise your hand? Stand up? Okay, well he was. So we improved our communications. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and Mike, I hope I'm right, LinkedIn? LinkedIn, okay, so I'm real happy about that. In 2011, our focus will not only be on membership, but also engaging our leaders here in Philadelphia, whether you're internal to Comcast or external to Comcast, but we want to make sure that we engage leaders here to understand the benefit of their employees being a member of NAMIC. And later on, we will hear from Ron Phillips, who's our SVP of Talent Management, and he'll talk about what NAMIC can do for you. With that said, I'm done. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. PeopleShare is dedicated to providing great people to great companies. So as someone that has spent 25 years in talent acquisition and staffing, it's really my distinct pleasure today to be able to introduce Ron Phillips. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his background. I'm sure many of you know here in the room, Ron is the Senior Vice President of Employee Engagement. His responsibilities include overseeing employee relations, labor relations, compliance, employee loyalty, and retention. Ron's leadership is demonstrated through his passion for Comcast and its employees. And in his time at Comcast, he has continuously shown how human resources can solve real business issues by leveraging the strength of its talent and its employees here at the company. Among many accreditations, honors, and credentials, Ron holds his BA degree from Virginia State University and his JD degree from the University of Richmond. Please join me in welcoming Ron Phillips.
So I was thinking about all of the things that NAMIC's done for me personally, and so I want to share that with you. But before I get to that, I want to give you a tip. A lot of times when you walk around a corporate office or when you walk around your workplace, you see high achievers. You see people that have been promoted over and over and over again. And you assume that somehow they have some kind of special sauce. The one thing that I can tell you after 20 years of working is nobody does it alone. I can guarantee you, if you don't get connected, if you don't join professional development organizations like NAMIC, you will get to a place where you will stop figuring, okay, how do I do this? It happened to me yesterday. I picked up the phone and called somebody, a NAMIC friend. And I just said, let me just test my thinking here, because I know I'm not crazy, right? And I called this person and they said, you're not crazy. And I got to tell you, there's a significant benefit to being able to coalesce with a group of people that you can check your sanity every once in a while too, all right? So all of those things link to how you can kind of move your career. Here again, I would tell you, if you think you can do it alone, you're way behind the curve. You need an organization like this. And there's so many things that you can get out of this organization. An organization like NAMIC allows you to kind of see out into the field where those political landmines are and how to navigate around those landmines. And so you want to join and belong to an organization like this, because I will tell you, when we talk about career development, stepping on landmines is the easiest way to make sure you don't grow your career. It's a huge ask for you to volunteer your time and join organizations. Savvy people do it. And so if you want to grow your career, I'll tell you, this is a critical thing for you to do. And not only join the organization, but maximize your membership. Shame on you if you just come to meetings and sit. Shame on you if you come to every other meeting. You've got to maximize the time here.
All nice turnout today. I wanted to come on right after Ron just to connect to something that he said, which was the importance of getting involved and being savvy by not just coming to meetings and not extending yourself to get involved. First is the communications committee. Anyone from that committee here today? That's okay. Elizabeth Morrison heads that committee. If you're someone who enjoys writing or you want to practice your writing skills, we have a Facebook page, we have a website, so on and so forth. They've got a lot going on in that committee. That's one that you'll want to be interested in joining. Second is the membership committee. All the folks who are on the membership committee, stand, raise your hand, let people see you. Very nice. Ajamu, Omar, Rich. So if you're interested in bringing people into the organization, explaining about what NAMIC does and the importance of it, being a part of growing the membership. You heard the challenge from David earlier. That's the committee that you want to join. Next is the mentorship committee. Members of the mentorship committee? Ajamu in the back. Leah as well in the back. This committee is all about providing opportunities for the membership to get mentors, to be a mentor. It's all about kind of connecting folks based on what they're interested in and making sure that we're helping folks to grow their career. So if that's something that interests you, please be one of those individuals. We have the sponsorship committee. Mike, I thought I saw Mike. Mike. He's a committee of one right now. Right. Looking for a co-chair, so real easy way to get involved here. If you're someone who's interested in helping to raise money for the chapter, and that's something that you do very easily, it doesn't bother you to reach out to folks and explain the value of your organization, being able to get sponsorship and support, then you want to reach out to Mike. And then, 2 more to go. Partnerships committee. Anyone from partnerships here? There he is. Back. Okay, and he too is a committee of one right now, but certainly looking for some members on that committee. And that committee, what they do, this is really cool, they get together with other organizations within the Philadelphia area that have similar missions to NAMIC-Philadelphia, and find ways to create some synergies across our organizations, to partner on throwing particular events, those sorts of things. So if you're someone who has a membership in another organization, if you think you might be able to connect the two, then that's the committee you want to join. Okay, and finally is the events committee, which is where I got my start. Ron talked about coming from Chicago to here, and same for me. I moved here from Chicago about 3.5 years ago. I knew no one in this building. I felt like a very small fish in a very big pond, and joining NAMIC and being a part of the events committee is what helped me to get to meet people, learn more about Comcast, learn more about the organization in general,